Hello, my name is Cody Thurber. I'm here with David Smith. I'm going to interview him today, ask him a few questions regarding his current career and how he communicates with his coworkers and his management personnel. I'd like to take my conversation for a personal record as well as for my speech class and submission for a group class project, if that's okay with you.
That's fine.
Okay, this interview is going to take about 5 to 10 minutes. After that, I will let you go. All right, so where are you currently employed?
Currently, I am employed with Publix. I'm a selector.
Okay, how long have you been there?
I've been there for about 3 years. Let's see, I was employed October 2011, so it's coming up on 3 years.
Have you enjoyed your time so far there?
Oh yeah, I love it. It's a great company.
How'd you get into it?
I applied online and went through the whole interview process, and maybe about 2 weeks later, I was employed, and I was ecstatic about it.
I've heard it was very difficult to get into Publix warehouses. Did you have any previous experience that helped edge you towards?
Oh yeah, definitely. Previously, I worked at UPS, so I already had experience handling boxes, like knowing how to work safe. So it definitely gave me the upper hand when coming into Publix.
Okay. Okay. So can you give me an idea, a quick summary of work duties, things that you do on a daily basis at your job?
Pretty much we fill the orders for the public stores. So they send the orders to the warehouse, and me being a selector, I fill the orders, I stack all the product and all the items that they need on the pallet and wrap it up and give it to a loader so they can load it into the truck and send it on to the store so they can get their product on time.
So you're pretty much in consistent communication with your coworkers and...
Oh yeah, all the time. Communication is a very big factor.
Okay. Do you speak like a laid back kind of attitude, or is it more professional?
It depends. When I'm addressing coworkers, it's more of like a laid back, but whenever I'm trying to communicate with, say, a manager, it's definitely much more on a personal level because they have higher authority, and I kind of look up to them.
Do they treat you with respect as well?
Always.
Okay.
It's always respectful.
Okay. How does the company handle issues? Like, for instance, let's say you had a troubled coworker who was giving some problems at the workplace, disrupting other employees, basically delaying things that should be done within 5 minutes, making them take 20.
Right.
How would you handle a situation like that?
We take situations like that very easily. Very seriously. I would probably first thing I'd probably do is kind of address him, like let him know, like, look, hey, this is what you should be doing. And if it really doesn't seem like he's taking into consideration what I say, I'd probably address the manager and let him know, what the problem is and like what I've seen.
Have you been involved in one of those situations before?
Actually, yes, I have. I've seen, like, safety is a very big thing in the warehouse. And, you want to make sure you're working safe so nobody gets hurt. The biggest thing is like having your steel-toed boots on, using proper lifting techniques, because you wouldn't want to get your foot crushed by any heavy equipment, or you wouldn't want to throw your back out from improper lifting techniques. So if I've seen a coworker, not having their safe work boots on or using improper lifting techniques, I'd probably address them to kind of let them know, like, hey, this is unsafe and you could really hurt yourself, by not working safe.
So have you been involved in one of those situations?
Yes, I have. I've had to address a coworker before.
Could you explain what happened to me?
Pretty much I witnessed a coworker. He was lifting up boxes improperly. He was, instead of bending down and lifting up with his legs, I seen him like bending over and trying to lift up with his back, and that's not the proper way to do it because you can really hurt your back trying to lift heavy boxes like that.
Have you had any serious issues like that happen where, let's say, an employee had to go to the hospital because of an issue so severe?
It's happened, like back injuries are, I wouldn't say they're common, but they do happen. That's why it's very important to work safe. So, we have had a couple coworkers, hurt their back using improper lifting techniques. So that's why it's very important to make sure that you're lifting up the boxes correctly.
in your opinion, do you think you do an excellent job at maintaining safety during your routines?
Oh yes, always. I always make sure that I have my safe work boots on. I always make sure that I'm listening properly because I wouldn't want to hurt myself.
Okay. So we spoke of issues in the workplace, like how to address them to your manager. What if the issue was with involving your manager? What if they were the actual problem? How would you take that? Would you go to a higher personnel, or is there higher personnel?
Yes, with the issue with the manager, I'd probably take it to, maybe human resources, or maybe take it to the next level, to the department head, kind of let them know, like, hey, me and this manager are kind of having issues, like, if you could kind of help me out, either address him or, just kind of let me know if something's wrong or if we should do, like, change the situation.
Okay. Are management easy to access? Like, are they easy to speak to? Or?
Oh yes, it's never hard to find a manager. I mean,
on demand.
They're always there. They're always walking around and kind of making sure everything is going smoothly. So yeah, it's never hard to find a manager.
How many are there exactly?
I'd probably say we have 3 managers. 3 managers in the warehouse.
How many employees do you have?
As far as an employee goes, we probably employ over 60.
Over 60
employees.
So you only have 3 managers for 60 employees?
Yeah, but I mean it's only in our department because we have several different departments.
Oh, okay.
So just in my department alone, we probably have about 60 employees.
Could you give me like an example of how large your department is?
Like as far as it goes for size?
Yes.
It's actually quite large. Our warehouse takes over actually a couple acres. I believe the warehouse is 4 acres. So just the inside of it. I mean, it's large, and we do have a lot of people in there. So I mean, it's very important to kind of be aware of your surroundings and trying to use communication with each other.
How does Publix handle raises? Like, do they give you guys often promotions, or do you have to work towards it? Do you have to ask for it?
Yes, we do actually, because we're still a growing company. So our stocks are steadily increasing. We're steadily trying to improve our service. We're steadily trying to expand. So we just recently got a raise, maybe 6 to 8 months ago, and there's word that they're talking about giving us another raise here soon.
When you say we, do you mean all the employees
Yeah,
receive one
everybody
raise at
throughout
once?
the whole warehouse. Yeah.
So nobody's independent?
No.
Well, what if, because for instance, I've talked to another one of your coworkers, and they told me that you do an excellent job. I mean, what if you're doing a great job, and then you have another employee who does their job, but slacks off? I mean, they're still going to receive a raise. Do you find that unfair?
Well, really how it works, we're a production-based company, so we get paid based off our production. So pretty much if I'm working harder than the next man, I'll be getting paid more than him. But if they do get a raise, the raise goes across the board. So it's kind of like nobody's getting left out, but at the same time, nobody is, getting further ahead than anybody else. So it's pretty much equally spread out.
Okay. You spoke of your company, Publix, as a growing company. I should have asked this a lot earlier, but could you explain that to me? Like, what exactly do you mean growing? Like, are they only in Jacksonville, Florida?
Actually, Publix originated in Florida, and we actually are only in, I believe, 5 states: Florida, Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama, and South Carolina. And we're steadily expanding. We are here shortly about to build a new store here in North Carolina. So, I mean, our company we're expanding, and we're definitely getting bigger and growing and trying to become more successful and definitely become like the premier quality grocery provider,
Okay. Well, I think that's about all for today, Mr. Smith. Thank you for your time.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Thurber.
You have an excellent day.
You too, sir.